All right, here, YouTube. I'm here to have, a India update. Okay? It was funny. What I've been doing is how I learned how, connect the massive bonds points is I feel the area. Like, I feel you doing something. You see how I felt, Lucy puts Jose? I'm doing that in order to report my crime, in order to, be 100%. Now, remember, after all this, in the video, they pulled the spider string. What is that? A spider string has something to do with your blood, and that's also how you trap autistic in the fault, because if they move around a lot, if they try blood, if they try to do something like me, where it comes down to a certain point, like inflammation, they're not going to have control over their body due to being cool and being popular, okay? And the truth behind that is, okay, is that and that's how they get you in Juro. You see how they caught me literally in my early 30s when it came to not thinking of Juro. So I'm gonna start off this video saying, I really feel bad doing all this calculation, knowing that some people really have it bad at 30, trillions of dollars in debt. But well, I'm guessing it's gonna shock you because of I just had Asperger's, because I recognized a gangster was being retarded the whole time, double implying. I'm like, no matter how much calculations I did this and that, because I didn't break down like how they told me to, because that's what Chris said. Literally, he told you to get over yourself. Literally, when I was in high school, saying that, yo, I don't care how hard you have it, literally push it through, motor through, literally, and because I did listen to his advice, literally is why I was broke at 30. I don't care how many times you double imply, oh, freshman year, literally somebody else, just pathetic, completely fucking pathetic, okay? Because what happened was, I felt the tree. I felt India lose her job, okay? I see lost for an obvious reason was because of her big butt, okay? Literally, it was stupid. That was the main thing. Literally, so the Uli was double pine. They were doing this and that. They were crying, saying, oh, fucking literally. They were trying to defend the fact that butt really was sticking out for too long. So what happened? Once he finally came over, she wasn't there, but my auntie was, all right? And so I'm calculating shit, too much of my this and that. I'm like, impossible, it's impossible for us legally to be eating Thanksgiving, legally, was only the 7th of April, and guess what they said? They said Easter. So Auntie came over, and she was wearing blue, and I know when you have that, like at Chris's sake, I know he has a case manager at his work, okay? Literally, that's something starting and something finishing, which is what an abusive girlfriend takes control of, all right? So what happened? What happened was, I also figured out, through feeling that that my checks are actually real, and that I made more money in the company, in the animation company. I made more money in India. All right. So that's if you use the black room. That's what keeps the police evaluating, is the fact that I got real money when I was 25. All right. So when it gets down to it, right? Literally, I know she lost both jobs because, special ed kids, how I teach people on the Jasmine XYZ video. One of those special ed kids could have been out of control, due to being too spoiled to having too much money, all right? So, in doing so, all right, literally, my auntie was there, and then she said that it was mandatory for India to work, okay? And it's stupid, and I'm telling you, it's really a dog-eat-dog world out there. What their cops are doing is that they're sticking in, Tyler Perry, this and that. A doctor tried to kill me, the other day for being sexually active, okay? And it's true. It's very fucking true, all right? And your children aren't going to be validated till way later, okay? So, what this is, right, was the exact reason why you play, humans like they're a monkey, and double apply literally what's a monkey about, and why I only got to something advanced. It's the exact same reason what a monkey is and what a human is, because like I said for 1,000 times, Alien Trust the Planet, I put emphasis that humans have opposable thumbs, all right? Now, and so you didn't know about this video, okay? All right? Another thing I was trying to say, where earlier, is because you didn't validate the company. You see how I told you how I was Virginia and shit? It's why I took an actual Virginia hit when she got 2 jobs. Literally. And then, then you try to come back with a diss with 50 Cent now, with 50 Cent Ja Rule. Now, this is the pinnacle of the video. Guess what happened when the meat said that they were working? They double implied, like your presence gangsters want to double imply, that the bang isn't worth the buck, literally. So she asked Chris, what did Chris say? Chris said, work sucks, all right? He says, I work hard to get not a single penny. They double imply all this fucking pussy, all this, and that. Literally, what I told you, literally, I put this over this already for 1,000 times. And, What happened externally was Auntie Lisa also double implied that, yo, you're working your ass off, Lily. You're living like Anakin Skywalker, this and that. I see what you're posting on Facebook, Lily, but it's not a job. So she punched me, right? And she actually say, what's going on with the job, right? And then my mother replied with Sabor, we're never. Lily, her angle is not to Lily will worry for anything able body. You see how you're contemplating cause and effect, how Eris is helping somebody out, Lily, which is what it is. You know, how like, no, Uncle, I'll do that for you, Lily. I'll sweep the steps. I'll do this and that. Oh, that needs to touch up. Lily, you see how you're handing out thinking for somebody, Lily, like a gang member? My mom isn't gonna do that. With his dad, she's gotta cover up, Lily, and do something for me and push my mental condition. You understand? So you need to stop fucking around. So they double implied with your prestige, no con lessons. Oh, fucking work isn't worth it. This is that, but work is work. That's why I'm 30 years old, and she got automatically calling me for playing video games, okay? Okay? 30 years old, Lily's still watching cartoons, Lily was supposed to get paid for one, okay? So it's true. It's completely fucking true. And that's the exact same reason why I'm saying it, because I did break down. Because I did do what they told me in high school while I was 30 years old with no car. Alright? But I should got the money for the company already. That's just fucking common sense. I want to deal with anything like self-esteem, anything like you understand this, and that. Well, I told you, Lily, how the world works in anime Shan already for 1,000th time. Lily, you want me to compare India to Daniela? You want me to compare India to Mariah? I'm done. I'm done, man. Lily is bullshit. You had India spammer drop for 2 years where every single day I saw my fans in the school. Every single day. And then they blew some up when it came to spring break. Lily, she was in school for 2 fucking weeks. And it's done. It's done. And gangsters try to take control of the situation. So like I said, you gangsters for 1,000 times, they are lying, saying that work sucks. This is that, but work is work and responsibility. What's the difference between a grown-up and a child, okay? And when grown-ups do suffer because they don't know how to manipulate the system like me, you're also not being fair because it's not validating by anime, okay? So it's true. You know, we had a good Easter. Guess what ended up happening, Lily, after I went upstairs, after I accepted the hit that I didn't have a job? Uncle Tommy started raging out, Lily, that, but the meat was controlling him. The lesbian guys were controlling Uncle Tommy. So Lily, how the meat feels, and they respond to 2 different things. That's why I only pay off what they're saying, okay? And he's like, fuck this, Lily, here's the best animation company. This, and that, over and over and over again. At least it's like, ha ha, he landed fall like Anakin Skywalker. Over and over again, okay? Lily, so I'm telling you, Lily, a job is a job. I tell you, Lily, the meat, no matter how much you don't reply, no matter how much cause and effect, they gotta say work in school, okay? That's it, Lily. And also, one of the biggest facts for videos, back when I was working way back at Johnson Crumble Pizza, when I can barely keep, my part-time job, due to just working, not sexual harassment at work, but actually just fucking working, all right? Yeah, so, I play off the whole story, before Federation, that they obviously touched me first when I made Corgan's video, it's I couldn't keep both, and back in their group they used to, at me saying, you're nothing without work in school, and work is really hard by itself, just imagine school on top of it, and that's when I recognized I had a mental condition, okay? I couldn't keep up with, work in school at the same time, because I could barely keep up with work, as soon as I got to part-time, I got fired, okay? That isn't me, that's what you forced for the video, okay? That's true. It's unanimous, okay? Lily, I want a job right now, and also I have that. I'm like, Lily, we're going around with flashing fucking fairy tales, Lily. I want to be Shikamaru. I want to be a star. I want to play video games all day. Lily, well, I told you something already breaks that fairy tale. It's called debt, okay? All right? You want me to stay in that fairy tale very cozy? Lily, you think I could watch Cartoon Network my whole life without being criticized? And that's the last part about this video is I accept the retarded situation. Since you're putting me in a situation where I sit thinking about me being 30 years old and being married, this and that, I'm willing to be in a retarded situation because girls are dangerous, all right? I'm willing to say girls are dangerous first before how my family criticizes me. That means I'm going to stay a full-on amateur. I'm going to try to stay in school. I'm going to do this and that. Lily, I'm not going to try to rise above, Lily, because as soon as I do, you got to put me in danger, okay? So, I'm not tripping about girls more because I got over woman a long time ago, okay? My dick got wet, Lily, I'm tired of it, okay? Lily, now that she is old, Lily, I'm tired of Lily doing the sticky feeling. Let's start, good, going to a fair, taking my kids to school feeling, okay? It's true. That means if you keep on pushing, that means I accept the retarded situation. I'm not gonna go out looking for a girlfriend. I'm gonna accept the fact that girls are dangerous, okay? So that's a full India update. Stay tuned, guys.